She put it up for the world to see on Instagram, saying that if a man really loved her, he would fight for her. She had been ignoring me for a full week when I saw the post. I took a screenshot and sent it directly to her mother. She was absolutely right about one thing, because I was done fighting with her, so I started fighting with my apartment listing instead. I'm a 28-year-old guy, and I honestly thought I was living the dream. I had a great apartment in the city and decent savings, and I had been engaged to Sarah for 8 months after dating for 4 years. I'm putting this out there because I need to vent and see if I took things too far. It all started 2 months ago when Sarah began acting strange. She would come home late from yoga and guard her phone like it held top-secret government intelligence. My gut told me something was wrong, but I ignored it and told myself I was being paranoid. Then the silent treatment began. For 7 days, she treated me like a ghost in my own home because I asked her to help with groceries. I had been paying for everything for 3 months so she could save for our wedding. On day 7, she posted that Instagram story about real men providing instead of being petty about money. I stared at it for an hour while friends sent me screenshots. Her mom liked the post and her sister commented with prayer hands. Something inside me just snapped. I felt no anger and no sadness, just pure clarity. I messaged her mother, Linda, who I had a great relationship with. I sent the screenshot of Sarah's post and wrote that she was right and I was done fighting. Then I sent a screenshot of the apartment listing I had just posted on 3 different sites. I offered the first month free to qualified tenants. Linda arrived at our door in a rage less than 2 hours later. I had ignored her calls because I wanted to do this face-to-face. Sarah finally spoke to me for the first time in a week in a panicked whisper, asking what I had done. I opened the door and told her I agreed with her post. Linda looked like she was ready to explode and asked if the listing was a joke. I calmly explained I was moving out and ending the lease, which was solely in my name. Sarah went pale when she realized she had no legal standing. I had documented every single payment for rent and utilities. Sarah tried to play the victim, claiming I was being dramatic, but I pulled out my phone. I asked Linda if she wanted to see the Venmo requests for groceries that Sarah had declined for 3 months. I showed her the spreadsheet proving I paid $1,900 a month for rent and food, while Sarah contributed $0. Linda's anger turned to confusion. Sarah tried to claim I was financially controlling, but I shut that down immediately. I pulled up Sarah's Instagram and showed Linda the photos from Cabo and Miami and the new designer bag she posted yesterday. Linda realized her daughter had been lying about being broke. Sarah tried to say they were gifts, but Linda asked whose money bought them. I decided it was time to drop the final bomb. I told Linda there was more. Sarah tried to get her mom to leave, claiming I was manipulating them, but Linda refused. I revealed that Sarah had been having an emotional affair with her coworker Marcus for 6 weeks. I showed them the texts where Sarah complained about me and wished she had met Marcus first. Sarah claimed I snooped, but I pointed out she left her iPad logged in. A notification from Marcus popped up right then saying he could not wait to hold her again. Linda was furious and ordered Sarah to get in the car immediately. As they left, Linda apologized to me. I told Sarah I had already packed her things into neat boxes. She screamed that I was a psychopath and threatened to sue for illegal eviction, but I reminded her she was never a tenant. She was just a guest who overstayed her welcome. Sarah launched a social media campaign, painting me as abusive and controlling. I got death threats and people went after my job. Then Marcus showed up at my apartment looking terrified. I let him in and asked if he knew she had a fiancé. He mumbled that she said we were roommates and that I was gay and using her as a cover. I laughed and told him I was straight and we had shared a bed for 4 years. Marcus was devastated because he was married and Sarah had sent his wife screenshots of their texts after I kicked her out. He showed me photos of bruises Sarah claimed I gave her. I proved they were from CrossFit by showing him videos of her at the gym getting those exact injuries. Marcus realized she had played us both, and his wife had kicked him out. 2 weeks later, Sarah's dad, Robert, called me. We met at a bar, and he looked exhausted. He told me Sarah was accusing me of draining her savings account. I was confused until he revealed he had been depositing money into a secret wedding fund for her for 3 years. It totaled $28,000. He showed me the statements, and the withdrawal dates matched her trips to Cabo and Miami perfectly. She had stolen from her own parents and blamed me. I showed him proof of the engagement ring and party to refute her lies that the engagement was fake. Robert was heartbroken, but asked for a statement for the lawyer because Sarah was trying to sue me for theft and emotional damages. Sarah called me that night screaming that I turned her father against me. She threatened to ruin me, then claimed she was pregnant. I laughed and told her it was impossible because we had not been intimate in months, and she had been drinking heavily. I also knew she tried that lie on Marcus already. Her mom texted the next day confirming Sarah admitted she was not pregnant and they were putting her in therapy. A month later, I was working at a coffee shop when I heard Sarah's voice behind me. She was on a date and telling a new guy named Tom how abusive and controlling I was. I turned around and introduced myself. I asked Tom if she mentioned she was suing me for theft while her parents had proof she stole nearly $30,000 from them. Sarah screamed and tried to deny it, but Tom looked at the evidence on my laptop and walked out. Sarah broke down, asking why she wouldn't give her a second chance. I told her I gave her chances for years by supporting her and believing her. She asked when the engagement stopped being real to me, and I told her it was when I realized I could have more than a partner who lies. Linda and Robert eventually separated because the situation exposed deep cracks in their own marriage. Marcus and his wife stayed together, but were in intense counseling. Sarah is living in a studio apartment and still posting motivational quotes, while I'm in therapy, working through my trust issues. I still flinch when a date forgets her wallet or jokes about me paying, but I'm at peace. I learned that the best revenge is simply refusing to lie for someone anymore and living your own truth.